I'm going to show you how to assemble this garden rose kit, which is part of our paper flower garden series. So let's get started. For this flower, you'll need the kit, scissors, a low temperature hot glue gun, floral tape, 18 gauge floral wire, wire cutters, and some low temperature hot glue. The kit also has a sheet that has all the instructions, and you can follow along with this as you watch the video. This kit has two large garden roses, one in pink and one in yellow. So go ahead and pop out all your petals. So you should have 6 sets of 3 petals. Then you'll want one of these backer, and for each flower you have 2 of each color of leaf, a darker leaf and a lighter leaf. So there's 2 large, 2 medium, and then 2 small, and we'll start with the small ones. So use the edge of your scissors and gently curl each side of each petal, and then I'm curling the larger petals, one on each side, to create a point in the center. And I'm curling them at about a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my leaves, and I'll fold them right in half on the score line, and with my scissors just give them a little bit of a curl. So with your needle nose pliers or even your wire cutters, you can use either one. Bend your wire to make a loop at the top, something like this. You'll need this to build your center of your rose. So I'm going to slide one of the rose petals onto the wire, the first small one, and notice that they all curve downward, not upward. Take our first one, add some glue onto the side petal, and then place your wire wrap right there and let that cool. Very gently create the center of your flower, which is sort of this tubular feel, and you can let the end of it fold back if you want to. So I'll just fold it up like that, add some glue in there, and hold it tight until it cools. I'm going to fold my other 2 petals up, put some glue on the base of the petal, and then bring them up into the center. Slide the second smallest onto the stem. You can remove some of your glue strings here, add some glue onto the base, and then arrange it around these existing petals and just slide them into place, holding them until they're cool. One of the things I'm noticing is that I want to have some of the petals curled a little bit more on top. So I'm going to bring in my scissors and just add that little tiny adjustment just to give it some more texture. Then I'll bring in my second largest and slide that on. Add some glue to the base, arrange it, and hold it until it cools. And I'll keep doing this with the rest of my petals, just rotating them as I go. Then I'll take this center piece that goes on the back of my flower, add a little bit of glue on one of the points, cross it over, and that creates a little bit of a cone shape, and I'll slide that onto the back. Adding some glue, sliding it into place. So now I'll cover the wire with some floral tape. And since I don't have any paper to hang on to at the very beginning, one of the tricks that I like to do is go ahead and start my floral tape a little bit below the base, and you'll activate it by using the warmth of your fingers as well as stretching it just a little bit. And it needs to stick to itself because tape doesn't stick to the wire quite so much. So I'm creating a base of tape, and then once I have that pretty much set and stuck together, I'll slide that all the way to the top and then move it down my stem, and I'll hold the tape into place by pressing this hand up towards the flower as I pull this tape downward as I move it around the stem. If you want to put leaves on your rose, you can add them onto the stem and then just tape them on, but what I prefer to do is actually put them on their own separate wire. I'm cutting this down a little bit, adding a little bit of glue. I don't want it just on the stem because that's pretty fragile, so I'm bringing it up into the leaf just a little bit. I talk too much, so I'll add some more glue and add the second leaf. I'm doing it at an angle so that you can always see both leaves no matter what. Then, right over the top of the paper, I'll add my floral tape to finish this. And I'll do this to both of the leaves and then add those into my bouquet. That way I can arrange the leaves wherever I want them to be. And then maybe bend the leaves out at the top so that they can tuck really nicely underneath the rose. And there's the first rose.